I started up a corporation from a conversation. I started up new way of thinking for a generation. I started up straight from the bottom, going straight to the top. Went from the block out in the building, brought it back to the block. Organizing all of my hustlers, no more running from cops. We just cleaning this trap money, can you like it or not? I started up.
And welcome to another episode of Union Society, you and High on Society. Jesus, take the wheel. I don't know what's going on tonight, but it's been. I don't know if y'all had a wild weekend. I had a really good weekend.
I'm sure you did.
I'm sure I did too. I was actually there. But Roz, how was your weekend?
It was good.
Listen, before we even get into that, I gotta let y'all know, like, Hot Roz is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Lashia is in the building. They threw me off. I think John Kim and Q back here day trading.
Something like that.
Something like that. Making sure
What's
our
going on,
commodity
Q? How was your weekend, brother?
Oh, it was up and down, man. Like,
Stocks.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. They don't trade during the day, but you can trade crypto anytime.
For sure.
Yeah.
Jack, how was your weekend, brother?
I had a blessed weekend, bro.
By the best.
That's the best way to explain it.
We're gonna have to go a little bit further and find out about that.
It's
in
to
a
be
few
grateful.
minutes. But Lashia, how was your weekend? What was going
My
on with you?
weekend was awesome. Black.
Because you got the Yamaka.
You know what?
Because I already know she's gonna come at me about the slacks.
I was busting on about the slacks.
So
No, why
I'm
would
gonna-
I bust
I'm
on
gonna-
being your Sunday's best? Like,
How to celebrate Hanukkah?
With your Yamaka.
I'm very proud because I'm wearing my natural crown today. So
Yeah, all right.
it's all
I'm
me,
wearing
y'all. A
Looks
little
real
bit of
good.
shrinkage, but
Okay.
it's all me.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Oh.
don't get
I'll
that gremlin wet.
You know what?
Shit start popping out all over the place.
Yeah, Montana black up at the slacks.
See, I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? With your jump rope on top of your head. I ain't like a laundry line.
Wow.
Listen, don't come for me unless I send for you, man.
Wow.
I did.
I already saw the shit about the slacks earlier.
Okay, all
Jump
right.
rope, I got that.
Yeah, because I do this.
You play double dutch too?
Huh?
You play double dutch too?
What?
I'm saying you play double dutch too?
Yeah, if it's me, two bitches getting high.
Wow, bro.
And she go, you know what I'm saying? We double clutching the Dutch. That's about it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Mm-mm-mm.
Here we go.
So how was your weekend?
Yeah, so babe, how was your weekend, bro? Because you know what I'm saying? From North Philly, we do this all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got sensual.
Yeah.
Listen, I knew they was going to come for me. They shouldn't have even talked about it off camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and swing
Y'all
the
gave him
axe.
time to think about
Yeah.
it.
I'm just gonna swing the axe.
I just said he looked nice in his Sunday's best. That's all I said. That's all I said.
I would take my weekend was a little bit
Oh my
upset
gosh.
because Kanan didn't come on. That's number one. I'm mad about that. And number two, I'm upset with the Godfather of Harlem. The way they portrayed that man, Sam Christian, was disrespectful to everybody in Philadelphia.
Tell everybody about that, though. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
like
some history
give 'em-
with
yeah,
it.
like
Yeah,
give
give
them the
All right,
backstory.
So first and foremost, Sam Christian, yeah, he played in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He played in the ring for sure. But, he wasn't the slime ball that they made him out to be. And then I don't know, all my international players, y'all know what I'm talking about. Niggas moving dolo from state to state. Where you come from, when you come from PA, the first thing they ask you if you from Philly and you say yeah, and then they be like, oh, we don't trust you. But that really made Philadelphia look bad. And I'm really upset about that. And they had Bumpy Johnson killing Sam Christian when that's not true. I went to that man's funeral 2 years ago, and may he rest in peace. He found the law. He was a very nice Muslim brother. You know what I mean? Very peaceful man in his older age.
In his elder age, you see you making disclaimers now. Like was whatever. Anyway,
Everybody has a chance to evolve and grow.
yeah, everybody deserves a second chance, no matter what they did and how bad it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I haven't always been on the straight and narrow. I haven't always been, you know what I'm saying, like a citizen of the society. You know what I'm saying? Or wanted to help fix stuff. I used to be the problem. You feel me? So.
Well, those are the thoughts of Montana Black. I like to say is Jay Bay in the building. I've always
You was
been
a
the
problem too, bro.
model
No,
citizen.
you have never.
And I have always,
Stop with the
I
bullshit.
have always been a model upstanding citizen.
Except for when I had to make you put the Mac back in the trunk. Except for that one day.
You was good to this point.
You know what?
here.
I just pulled a Roz. I'm not even going to do that to you.
I plead the fifth.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, is that a verb?
I did.
Yeah.
I just pulled the
Threw him
Roz.
under the bus.
But I was talking about packing the Mac in the back of the act in the middle of Little Italy. Little,
Yeah.
Little did we know diddly.
little did we know diddly.
I'm never going in the bank with you again.
But no, we going to get. All right, so we going to get into what
First
we
off,
about.
let's talk about what's up with Philly Jam.
Hold on, no, we're not starting there.
Okay.
Do you know how to do that?
Kinda.
Okay.
Let's go with so Q. You know what I'm saying? What you think about this crate challenge they got going on?
Yo, like I said, it was an up and down kind of weekend. I saw a lot of people spending more time down.
Down than up.
Yo,
Right.
man, listen, I didn't understand where the crate challenge came from and where all the crates coming from.
All
Like
these old
people,
basketball courts.
yo, word is
Basketball.
born. Like people were like, yo, are they really just dropping crates in the hood? Like, what's going on? Because people are like saying it's a conspiracy theory. Like we don't kill each other with drugs no more. We kill each other with crates.
Oh my God.
I mean, are we that bored though? We can't.
No, we're not
Find
that bored.
something.
We're not that bored. We're that.
I wasn't walking
I
on no
wasn't
crates
walking on
as
no
a kid.
crates
What you
either.
talking about?
I was just born in the
No.
80s.
Oh, y'all was just sleeping on them.
No,
We
drawn.
would, or
No,
or
we
you
would
would
turn
cut
it
the
to-
hole out and make a
Basketball
basket with
court.
it.
Yeah, we made a
Yeah.
basketball
Yeah,
court.
I've seen when people use it for scooters and stuff.
Yeah, it was,
Oh, okay, yeah,
it
yeah.
was-
Make
it was
little
just
tables or
another
something out of it,
example
but I
of
don't.
Or
a national
drums.
Or
expression
drums, yeah.
of how naive, gullible, ignorant, and foolish that we can be as a people.
We good?
Like when you have no cultural discipline, you have no self love and pride for yourself, you find yourself doing acts of ignorance.
Clown shit.
Right. But because in reality, they call it the Hood Olympics.
Right.
How?
Right.
We win the Olympics. When you look at the medal count,
Right.
Yeah, but
win
I
the
don't think
Olympics.
being black is automatically synonymous with being hood.
It's not.
agree with
It's
that.
Not
always
anymore.
never-
Like
I agree with that.
I know
'Cause if
white
that's the
people
case-
that are hood, more
If
hood.
that is the
No,
case,
no.
those
The
people that be
connotation hood.
dipping low and they never fall, that should be a sport too.
no, the connotation.
Yeah.
When they be so high,
Yeah,
they just be
the
super
dope
low.
fiend lean.
The
Yeah,
dope
the
fiend
dope
lean.
fiend lean.
Dope fiend lean.
The
That's
connotation
definitely a
hood
sport.
comes from our active culture. It's Ebonics. So it doesn't belong to other cultures or other ethnicities.
What you mean?
It's specifically
You
when
seen
you
the
say,
mon-
when
the
you say
mentality.
the word hood.
Yeah.
When you say the word hood is only called hood amongst black people in America. Everybody else has neighborhoods.
Okay,
Because-
so let's
because they
let's set the
function-
record straight.
In the
First of
in the
all,
poverty
And
that
there was a
in
song
the
called "I'm
poverty
So
that you would
Hood."
see in like that video with
by
that
black.
family from
Right.
West Virginia.
Exactly.
I've seen poverty like that in other places too, but we don't look that like we
Yeah,
don't
the
look
trailer
like that,
park.
dog.
They call it the trailer park.
Right, the trailer
Yeah.
trash, but we didn't identify it with that word hood. They call it the Hood Olympics, which only meant
so why do
something
we
that
have to take
Well,
ownership
hold up.
of the word though?
But we can't.
We
We can't take ownership
all
of the
kinds of
hood.
words.
No.
Hood has been around way before,
Yeah.
way before there were ghettos
Yeah,
or
Robin
or
Hood.
Robin Hood, right?
That was before we was even speaking Ebonics.
Well, the word hood means
But
to
he
cover down.
wore a
Hold
hood
on,
in that
hold on.
context
The word
too, so it's
grammatic-
But he was a
wasn't
hood.
talking about
But he was still
neighborhood.
in
He was a
one
hood.
community.
He wasn't
was
talking.
a hood.
He was a hood.
He was a
lump.
hoodlum,
Hold
right.
on, hold on. Let's be exact. We're speaking to the public. The word hood in this context particularly is an Ebonic term.
Now you
Not
done,
hood.
I don't think so.
you done heard it
Hold
from
on, bro.
Funk
can't-
and Jabble.
You can't get around that. Like, that's no way to get around that. The
So
word
was
hood,
Robin
Olympics-
Hood a hood?
Robin Hood wore a hood.
But was he a hood?
No, Robin Hood wore a hood.
But was he a hood?
No, he wore a hood.
So he was not a hood.
His
He was
name
not
was
robbing people.
His name was Robin of Loxias.
So he
wore-
wasn't robbing
Yeah.
people though?
No, he wore a hood.
But was he robbing people?
He was
All
robbing
right,
the
watch
rich
this,
is
watch
still
this, watch
to
this.
the poor.
What part of the word Robin got to do with the hood when Robin is his name?
What?
See,
that's
ROBIN was his name, but what he was doing was what? Robbing people.
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with the hood that he was wearing. He wore a hood to disguise his what? Self.
His
Like
self.
when you wear a hoodie and tie it, now you got a mask.
Oh.
See, yes.
Yeah, he
so
wore
it's
a hood.
That's what the word hood means.
Like
grammatically,
Raven on Teen
according to the
Titans
English
Go.
term.
Like it was his
but
clothes.
we adopted the word hood out of the word neighborhood. And we took it ebonically and used it amongst ourselves to mean hood.
I
So
would just
hood
think that you were
Olympics-
shortening the
because
word
we-
because
Hood
we don't want to say
Olympics.
neighborhood.
Hood Olympics
It
is
is
nigga
synonymous
Olympics.
with being
But-
black now?
No,
But
Hood
no.
Olympics
No.
is nigga Olympics.
But-
no,
what he's
let's
saying
let's
is
let's
more-
wait because we can't say that it come from that because the first time I've ever heard of the term hood, it was when they were referring to or shortening up the word hoodlum.
Yes.
All right, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. How do you make the word hoodlum synonymous with the word hood?
Cause you'd be like, oh, that right there, he's a hood. You know how many times I've been called a
I've never
hood
heard
in my
that
hood.
ever, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Watch this.
But they were still referring to it in the context of people that came from the hood. Hoodlums come to the hood. You know what I'm saying?
What do they belong to? What do a hoodlum belong to?
The hood.
If they- Exactly.
The hood. He don't want to say
Exactly.
Listen, I was thinking of a synonym.
He just got to the word hood. What is hood?
So the streets is the hood?
That's the hood. Because where you come from.
All right, but here's
Where
the
you
thing,
come
right?
from.
The block.
And you
Here's
ain't
the
got
thing.
no problem
Just because you a nigga in the hood,
back. Hold on.
don't
ain't
make
got
you.
no problem going where?
Hold on. So
Back.
you got a hood nigga, you got street niggas.
No.
Yes.
There's a
These are
difference.
These are
There's
different
a
niggas.
difference.
See,
Just because you a nigga in the hood don't mean you in the street.
hold on. When you in the hood,
Don't mean you a street nigga.
hold on. When you in the hood, you're a part of what?
A
A
neighborhood?
community?
You're in the hood. That don't mean you're.
That
a
don't
part
mean
of
you
it.
a street nigga.
That don't mean you're part of
No.
it.
When you're in the hood, you're of the hood.
No.
Not necessarily.
Hold on.
Not
So
necessarily.
when
you
we
say
say-
a
when we
hood,
say
that's
here
not your
nigga,
hood.
When we say here hood, nigga,
He just a
what we
nigga that
mean?
be in the hood, but you don't carry you on street activity
Cut it out, man. How you identifying with the hood if you don't see him where?
because you
in the
live
street.
here.
Because-
That don't mean you do
because-
street
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
All right,
because some people just.
hold on.
You
hold
know
on.
what?
Because some people
I thought we
just
was
be-
talking about the
some people
crate
just roam
challenge.
and go
Perhaps we got different
thought that's what we
definitions
was
of
talking
street
about.
shit then.
If you conduct business in the street and you make money in the street,
Then you a street.
then you a
nigga.
street nigga.
All right, now what's a hood nigga?
A hood nigga just be in the
around.
hood. He's around.
He's around and be around street niggas, but you don't do no
You know,
street
street
shit.
nigga shit.
Yeah,
And I
agree
get
with that.
you
Watch this, watch
because
this,
it
watch
be
this,
it
watch
be
this.
Wait, hold on,
dudes that-
hold on, hold
A
on.
hood
never
nigga be
sold
in the
coke.
way.
It's niggas that
It's
never
dudes
sold
that
dope.
be at the gas station pumping gas and stuff
Yeah.
like that,
It's-
and that's
it's
a
niggas that
hood
never
nigga.
sold-
But yeah,
Bro,
that's
and
a
back
hood
in
nigga.
work,
But they're
But
working
they-
though.
No,
But they're
no,
working
no.
though.
Yeah,
But they're
yeah,
working
yeah.
though.
Oh, look.
That's not a fair comparison.
Let's get clear.
They hood.
Let's get clear.
They
Can
not-
we like
Let's
bring
get
it back
clear what
into
two
the
words
crate
mean.
challenge? Because I
Right,
think
let's-
we getting off topic, and I think
We
the
are,
crate
but
challenge
but you
is
gotta
something
get off
that
topic and
I
get to the
am
point.
really against because people are getting hurt.
But they're
You know,
making
it's-
this decision
but
on their
they're
own.
making the decision on their own. But
Nobody's
they
hurting
also-
them.
But it's also encouraging. It's also encouraging younger and younger kids.
They
to
stupid.
Participate. Now listen.
Hold on.
What makes me mad about it? What makes me mad about it is that there are so many people that have influence that are reposting this one particular video of a guy walking up the
Smoking, rolling a blunt.
rolling a
Blow the
blunt.
Yeah, he's
And
a
I'm
champion.
like, come on now,
He's
like
a champion right now.
I've only
Look,
seen
I'm
two
walking
people
on crazy.
successful, and he was one of them.
He was one
He
of
was
them. I
successful,
seen,
but-
I think I can do it. I think I can do it in shoes.
Now,
oh my
I'm not
god.
I seen a
Right,
girl
though.
do. I seen a girl do it in
Okay,
heels.
let's set up some
Yeah, I saw a
crates in
girl.
here.
I
and
saw
we see
In
somebody-
heels.
three people do it.
In
I
And
saw
she
the
did it
one
up and
girl-
down. She
She
walked
did
up
up and down.
Yeah,
In heels.
I
In
saw a
heels.
third.
She's
yeah,
a champion.
Yeah, I've only seen
But
3 people
why are
successfully
we
high?
do
doing
it.
this?
why are we glorifying it?
Why are we
Well,
doing
people-
I mean,
People
people
are
are gambling.
niggas.
People are gambling
gambling.
on it. So people are
we
trying to win money
are
off
niggas.
of it.
I love some
niggas. And we keep trying to sugarcoat
Happy
it.
birthday, Lord, from
No,
Pinky
that
Nigga.
dookie is dookie. Every time you bite it, you can't sugarcoat it, man.
No, it's shit.
Nigga, shit.
It's nigga
and
shit.
You only find nigga shit where? In the hood.
It won't
Because
it won't be long before. It won't be long before some other people start doing it
See?
too. Because when they start seeing,
Oh no, they already did it.
Yeah,
they already doing
so
it.
then
They already
you
doing
can't
it.
just-
Nobody complained of when they was doing the ice bucket challenge.
Ice
Well, that
bucket
was
challenge.
Wait. That was time out.
That was still
The
kinda
ice bucket
fake.
challenge
That was
and
a
the
PMS.
No,
hold on,
it's PMS, but that doesn't have anything
PMS.
to do with-
Excuse me,
No,
ladies and gentlemen.
No, it
The
was
ice
vulgar.
bucket challenge and the crate challenge are not comparable because the ice bucket challenge was meant for people that were suffering from ALS.
Can we do the crate challenge for a reason?
What about the cinnamon challenge?
Can we
Was that
put
for?
Can we put a reason?
a
Can
cause?
we listen?
I
If
don't
we
even know
gonna
what
do
the
a
cinnamon
crate challenge,
challenge is.
let's do it
There
for.
was a lot
Let's
of
raise some
challenges.
type of money.
Let's do a black business.
I mean,
challenge.
but that's what I
Yeah,
said
let's
though.
do a
let's
black
raise money
business
for black
challenge.
businesses. I would like to make some money. I got a black business.
Why don't every hood incorporate
know what?
a neighborhood LLC and create black business challenge?
You know
How
what's,
about
you know
this?
what's
got all of
weird?
that little
And
monkey
if you
Yo,
want to
y'all
do the
know-
crate challenge,
monkey
depending
shit.
on
Yeah,
how
the
far
monkey
you
shit,
get, is
man.
how much money your organization gets.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Ja?
That's what
Is
we
that
should be
is that one thing that we don't do? And I actually seen somebody attempt to do this. And this is a shout out to my homies in Run the Jewels. Shout out to Run the Jewels. I actually seen them take take two Crip members and try to get them to incorporate their business as Cripmen, like the motorcycle gangs have done. The you know what I'm saying, and they were unable to go to the banks and get money. Like
The motorcycle gangs?
no,
And you talk about
no,
the
Crips,
guys
yeah.
from the Crips.
The Crips. Shout out to Run the Jewels.
Because that's
too.
like funding terrorists, isn't it?
No,
But they got the money. The pagans and all them. Like when you buy a shirt or T-shirt with the pagan emblem on them, they sell them everywhere.
But they trademarked their logos
Logo.
and stuff like that.
Right.
So that was different. Whereas a lot of the gangs that what they do is they co-opt pre-existing trademark logos and copyrights and try to subvert and co-opt
So
those imageries.
But you know what? A lot of people don't realize where the gangs actually come from. They are descendants of. How can I put this? I don't want to say the religion
Neighborhood
word.
watch.
I don't want to say
Grassroots
no. The
organizations.
grassroots organizations.
organizations. Yeah, a lot of them stem from. I don't want to say religions, but like a lot of people don't know that the Bloods are spun off from Stone to the Bone, and we all know that Stone to the Bone is the El Rukin. A lot of people don't know that the Crips actually truly descend from the disciples. If you really do the history on it, you'll find that they descend from the disciples. And we all know that they were their own type of entity with regards to religious background. It was more of a spiritual thing. It started out.
We
and then
long
they,
See, that's
had-
the
we
Josh,
long
you be
had
touching on,
crews.
you be hitting
And-
some nails, right? But the thing is like we live in a physical realm, right? And people are so out of touch with the mental and the spiritual aspect of it, and they live in this physical realm where it's just what they can see in this three-dimensional realm, what they can see, touch, taste, and only use their six senses to actually be in existence. Huh?
oh, brother, do me a favor. What are your five senses?
Oh, I'm sorry, I have six.
No, but what are the five senses that they teach you in school?
See, smell, touch, taste, and hear.
Here, all of them: smell, taste, see, hear. All of that is one sense, and that's touch. You don't see anything till the light spectrum bounces off the wall and
Facts.
touches the retina in your eye. You don't taste anything until it touches your taste buds that allows
It's
you
all
to taste.
touch.
You don't.
So
you
it's just
don't
one
smell
sense.
anything.
Touch.
You
Wow.
don't smell anything until it touches the particles in your nose. And we all know with all this music equipment that you got around here, you don't hear nothing until it bounces off the wall and come back into your ear and touches the particles in your eardrum.
Right, so it's all touch.
He's
Right,
about to
it's-
do Chris Brown now.
So they broke it down to 5, but it's really just 1.
It's all really just touch.
I just learned something.
Yeah.
You welcome. See, brother Bay ain't always. He
What the fuck
ain't
do
brother
you
Bay
mean,
for
Kobe?
nothing.
He's so smart.
Yeah, they're
Dead.
Yep. But definitely. So like Ja, with regards to like we definitely need to get to the hood and do that. And speaking about the Olympics, Ja, what do you think about the girl Shakira? Shakira losing
Sha'Carri.
Yeah, she lost the race.
She got
Yeah,
smoked.
well, you know, it's funny because I watched a lot of the reaction to her, first meet back after. It's different being a professional athlete. It's different being a collegiate athlete than being just a person that's watching it, seeing
Right.
it, reporting it, person that's associated with it. It's different than being that person. It's similar to being an artist. An artist that have gained fame and success and what they have aspired to do, that person is up under a different scrutiny from the basic member of any audience. That person often is looked at as being superhuman and, beyond any activity of failure or what we would deem as failure.
Well,
When in reality,
let's keep it a bean. She was smoking everybody.
well, hold on. It's not. It's
But
also
she
not
was
the first-
smoking, and
it's
then she
also-
got smoked.
It's also.
Okay, Kim.
Okay, Kim.
Just saying.
Hold on. It's also not the first race she's lost.
Right.
It's just been highlighted due to the circumstances.
She lost bad, bro.
Because of her
Hold on,
mouth.
hold
That's
on,
why it looks so
hold
bad.
On, hold
Right.
on, hold on, hold on.
No, because of her legs.
No,
She
no,
came
due
in
to the
ninth,
due to
and she was
circumstances.
No, because of her legs.
She was mad.
Just study the sport. Just study the sport.
Right.
When you look at the circumstance, she's run the fastest time all year. Even those that have won haven't ran a faster time.
Right.
When she was in her active focus on the track, it takes a different mentality to perform at the world's best when you have distractions mentally.
I think.
Yes.
and
Hold on,
most of us
Well, then that's the
overlook-
same case with the girl that was doing
Yes,
the flips
Simone
and stuff.
Simone
Biles, yeah.
Simone
Look,
Biles.
most
Yep.
of us overlook the mental focus
And their humanity.
of an activity or an event from a person that has been excellent prior.
Right.
Well, yeah, the
Excellent
girl
example
lost
I
her
would
mother.
give is
She lost her
this
mother.
fight we had last weekend.
Pacquiao.
And Ugas. Now, Pacquiao was supposed to fight Errol Spence.
Right.
He's been waiting a year to fight either Terrence Crawford or Errol
Errol
Spence.
Spence, right.
He trained specifically
For Errol Spence.
to fight one person. 2 weeks before the fight,
He had to fight somebody else.
he has to fight
Now
someone
your
else.
whole mental has to
Now,
change.
mentally, where you were when it comes to fighting, and people have to understand this,
You learning there.
you have to get into a certain mindset
Yeah.
to hurt
Yeah, 'cause he
somebody
got
that
beat
never
up.
did nothing to you.
Sure.
And it
Got
takes a
beat up.
special mindset to walk around like. If you walk around like that, then you just one of those deranged, troublemaking niggas. But
Sorry.
I just had to think about that.
Sorry.
I feel him on
you
that.
train to fight somebody. That's why it's so intense
And the
right
reason,
before the
reason
fight.
But-
why-
Yeah,
the
that's
reason
why they had a
I
face
think
off
so
and all
hard
that.
on that is because, and because it still fucking haunts me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the crib with my baby mom, and she got on my last fucking nerves. This was my first baby mom, and I didn't want to put my hands on her, and I left out, and I ran down on some guy that I didn't know.
I
And
used to
took
do
out
that
the
at 12
frustration
years
on
old.
him.
I used to do that when I was 12. My grandma used to make me clean my room. I used to
And
go to
I was
Grove
like-
Street.
And I had to think about that, what you just said for a second. Like, it
Just
takes
punch on
to do something to somebody that didn't do nothing to you.
Yeah.
However,
And I,
They did do
But I
something.
get what
However-
you're saying about
How-
the
however-
switching of the
In
mental.
her case, Q, I just want to add, in her case, Sha'Carri Richardson, mind you, before the distraction, before the activity, she was running the fastest time in the world in any activity of the race.
So
and
you're saying the
her
action of
her
the-
four counterparts,
interference.
her four counterparts on the same Olympic team that were running the best times in the world, right along with her. 3 of them were gold medalists, and 3 of them double medaled. Athing Mu, Gabby Thompson.
Athing Mu,
Yes,
that
Athing
work.
Mu doubled up, and even Allison Fisher medaled. So
Felix.
Felix, pardon. All of them medaled according to their expectation. So when we look at what happened to her, there was a total distraction. Of
But wasn't
all
that
from-
her race, though?
No, it's her race. She raced the 100 and the 200.
Right.
However,
Cute,
when
like-
you're not there, you're not there,
Now,
bro.
now, the
You're just
Jamaican,
not there.
the
Q
Jamaican
been
girls,
dying to
the
say
Jamaican,
something.
the Jamaican
No.
girls, if I'm
all
not
I'm gonna
mistaken,
say is this: I feel everything that Joakim is saying, but when he tried to bring it to Pacquiao and stuff, that situation does not apply to Sha'Carri because she had an opportunity to train for those 3 women who won in the Olympics, who she would have raced against in the
Right.
Olympics had she not. And
Took a tote.
She took a tote and she got smoked.
Take a toke. Did she was tested positive for this race, or did she test positive for a race 3 months ago?
She had time to prepare for the
the
three
thing-
people.
the thing is-
So
I
in the
get what he's
Pacquiao case, we had to switch off
2
who he's
weeks.
fighting against.
makes sense.
Styles make fights,
He
Josh.
didn't
You
have.
know that.
She had the main people to train
I'ma show you
for, and
something.
she was
I'ma
right
show
in the
you
middle
something.
of him, and
Don't we
she
know-
was
don't we
behind
know,
them at the
just
end.
Just like Pacquiao, 2 weeks ago, Pacquiao changed from everything that he was conditioning to do, mentally and physically, to doing something totally different, mentally and physically on the world stage.
apples and
The same-
oranges,
no,
bro.
Watch this. The same with her. 2 weeks ago, those 3 women that won the 1, 2, 3 from Jamaica.
Or the same people that she was going to race.
Big up the yard. Won the race, are in prime condition with no distractions and a higher, better.
How we
mental
know they don't have
condition.
distractions
Yeah,
though?
Hold
yeah,
on.
you can't
They do
just
not
say
How
that.
we know they don't have distractions?
don't.
Because
They
Sha'Carri,
do not
her
have
distractions are put on blast, but
They-
those
they do
people
not have
very
the
well can have
distractions.
distractions too.
Yeah.
It's
Watch
just not
this.
put
Like
on
you
blast
said,
because
Let me
it's
show you.
different.
Let me show you.
Information.
Sha'Carri
with
Richardson
that.
was taking
Yeah.
away 4 years of work to go to the Olympics. It's the biggest activity in your career
Pressure.
as a track runner, and that was taken away from you while everyone got to run in concession and maintain their conditioning of competition.
But sometimes-
They don't smoke the herb.
But
Don't smoke the herb.
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Caught.
When
They
you're
weren't
training,
caught.
Right. Ain't
They
nothing
weren't
illegal
caught.
until
Till
you get caught.
it's
Damn
more.
real. They weren't caught.
Ain't nothing illegal until you get caught.
When you're training for a sport, it's more than just training your body. You're training your mental too.
We get that.
And some people, they have distractions, but they don't allow the distractions to distract them while they're doing what they have to do.
Right.
Oh, for a
it's
perfect
on a
example.
different
Compare her-
person.
let's compare
Now
her
let's say
distraction. The
Sha'Carri-
death of your mother.
Let's say if the same thing happened. Okay,
The death of
what
your
if
mother.
what if
Yeah,
we don't know
that
about
too.
the other people's situations? They could
none
have
of
grown
them
up
lost a
without
mother.
parents.
None of them lost a
It
mother.
don't matter.
None of them lost a mother.
Everybody
No, it don't
deals with
matter.
stuff
Everybody
deals
differently.
with things
That's my
differently.
point. Hold on.
Yeah.
None of them lost a mother. Now you ask any human being that has any correlation or any
And you know this
activity
for a fact.
to who they are as
All-
a fact. Every human being is connected to their mother, even physically.
No, I mean, you know for a fact the
can
other
never even
races
interact
But
with
did
your
not
knowing that
have-
people are going to die, like nobody's going to live forever.
the thing about-
Everybody is
Oh, really?
promised a
But I
box.
think nobody
Hold on,
really knew
hold on,
Sha'Carri
hold on.
just
This
became
happened prior
famous on
to the
Wait,
Olympics.
hold on. Go ahead, Ross.
Nobody knew Sha'Carri like that, really like that, until she became famous for beating those records in the Olympics.
Yes.
And when she
In the
got
trials.
in trouble for smoking, whatever, all of a sudden the extra
You want
pressure.
smoke?
Shut up. The extra pressure is now mounted on top of that. And like you said before, seeing everybody to go beyond her and be successful and get medals is even more pressure. So of course she probably did seize up and freeze up. She wasn't her best because she had to stop doing
She-
to do press control.
Yeah, it's
So,
fight.
I
it's
mean-
fight. It's fight or
Yeah,
flight
and-
mentality.
and that's
right?
another
She coulda
thing.
I
took-
get it, but like
She could have took the fight and
but
took
we
the
are-
fight and be like, I got
but
something
we
to
can't
prove.
do that.
Yeah, she gonna be
She
a
could have.
problem.
She could have been like, I got
And the
something
way
to
that I
prove.
look at it, man, I'm a pressure cooker.
It's either
So
fight or flight.
The more you
Right.
apply pressure, the more I'm going to heat
And
up.
Heat
she
up,
and
is.
burn.
right.
And
Probably
is-
isn't
and
like
she
that.
flighted.
She probably isn't like that.
Like so it's hard for me to
But he
comprehend.
just brought up the age factor because she is young, and I understand that. But how old is the thing Boo?
19.
So the age factor, you know what I'm
A
saying?
thing move has a whole total different setup walking into the Olympics.
Yeah, her
than
family
Sha'Carri
structure. Yeah.
Richardson. I'm just trying to show you something, bro. If you've ever been in professional sports or collegiate sports or any activity of team sports, and you're preparing yourself to do something, especially individual sport, it's a different mentality for individual sport because you have no support.
Right.
See, that's why I compared boxing. When that
Right.
bell ring, nigga, nobody can help you. You
But
gotta go out
you,
there and fight.
right.
Ain't
Fact.
no problems. See all that
Right.
stuff that you got in your life, that might matter later. But right now,
That's
you
just
gotta
like
fight.
going to jail.
Now,
But that's just
hold
like
on,
racing.
hold on,
Same
hold on.
thing.
It's the same shit as going to
But
jail.
if you're distracted,
All that shit that was
but if
happening
you're
out there,
distracted like
none of
those-
that shit mattered.
But
in there.
if you're distracted by those things,
Oh, you be
Then-
distracted when your court date come up.
hold on.
You distracted.
Yeah, that's a great example, right?
They get sentencing.
Because in that situation, you're by yourself again. And what happens then if you're really distracted? A lot of niggas go to the mic and the pen. See? Yeah, see?
Yeah,
See
right.
that? So
They start rocking them little
and
mics.
you heard
No, they
oh,
get the
it was all
rat.
good just
Yeah,
a week
that's what I
ago.
mean.
See, but now look at you. See? They feeding your brain.
They repoed that vehicle. It was all good just a week ago.
yeah.
You get hit with the RICO, they repo that vehicle.
That things they just saying they massaging your brain.
I think she has an opportunity to come back. It just wasn't her time, and everybody take an L. People aren't switching up.
He meant that literally.
Yeah, I
You're
did.
wrong, small.
You're
Y'all saw how
small.
I did that, but the
Everybody take an L.
whole hype of it is, just like we laughed at like Michael Jordan when he got crossed up by Allen Iverson. People get their shots blocked or whatever in basketball. People get knocked out in boxing. Since we're talking about boxing, everybody gets got once in a while. She got got.
It's the fake love.
Right.
Just 3 weeks ago, everybody was like,
It's not fake. It's not
just
fake.
3 weeks ago,
It's not
everybody
fake.
was like,
We shaped
No, you're a fan, bro.
It's not
People,
fake.
yo,
hold
man.
up, y'all.
Of the sport.
Right.
And she violated the sport and was penalized.
Right.
But because of that,
She also
because
taught
of that
mad
penalty
jump,
served,
and she.
well, you supposed to when you have done
Okay,
greatness.
so then
And-
she got
Hold
got,
on.
and it was funny.
You're supposed to when you have done greatness, but she's beaten all those who have beaten her. So, like I said, some
It's
races you're gonna
funny
win,
when
and
somebody
some
gets
races you're gonna
got
lose, just
after
like
they
any
was
other
talking
sport.
smack.
How many games we
But
play
it's
in the
happened to all of us
NBA?
though. We're not
82,
in
right?
position to.
You ever seen an 82-0 team
You know
in the
what I mean?
NBA?
No,
Nah, but they've all beaten other teams, haven't
Yeah.
they?
yeah.
I'm just saying,
Some-
as average
some races
citizens,
you
we
gonna win,
have
some
we
races
can't
you
say
gonna
nothing
lose.
about
They
that
had a
'cause we can't run that
73-9
race
season,
either.
but
We
it was
can't-
funny
we can
that
never
they
get-
lost.
Yeah,
Yeah, they lost.
Give her
Who they lost
give her
to?
her props.
The
Give
majority
it
was
to
what?
her.
Yeah.
The Cleveland
No,
Cleveland
sub
Cavaliers.
500 teams.
Break that up.
You know what, y'all? We doing so much talking about Sha'Carri, right? But you know what happened last week?
What happened last week, girl?
Aaliyah.
It was her birthday.
Her
right?
music, no, her music is now streaming on all platforms.
It wasn't
which is-
before?
It wasn't before.
I didn't realize
I
that.
didn't either.
I didn't realize that
that.
They say
either.
why?
But you know what? It was a big countdown to it, and actually Wednesday this week is the anniversary of her death.
Oh wow.
So it's
So
a
who
big
was
thing,
holding her music from streaming online? Is what I want to know.
and that's what I
But
was trying to figure out too.
I was hearing her music being remixed on TikTok and stuff because they were mixing that Rock the Boat with the rock, the Rock with You with Michael Jackson. I was hearing that on
I
TikTok
did hear
and
that
stuff.
too. But you know what? It was a
But
DJ that
TikTok
did
is
that.
not your
Okay.
music being streamed.
No. It was a DJ that did that though.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
everybody
DJ.
was reusing his sound.
His sound.
so it wasn't officially
No.
released.
No.
Right.
Okay,
Gotcha.
got
But
you.
now it's on Spotify, everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And that's a big thing
I wonder
because
if Dame Dash
it's
has
been
something to do
what
with that.
20 years
Wow.
since she passed.
Nah, hell no.
Has it
20
really
years?
been that long?
Wow.
Almost
I don't
20
feel
years.
like that at
Yeah,
all.
It definitely does. It definitely feels like it. Like I can feel the absence of her music in the industry because the
Yeah, it was
entire
since
industry
2021.
That's all I heard
R&B
of
Yeah,
has.
it's 20 years because it was right before 9/11. It was Social Wars. We was doing social. It was right before 9/11, so it was 20 years to be exact. That's probably why they did it,
Yeah.
releasing it on at the
20-year anniversary.
Wow.
And Sunday marks the birthday of an icon,
Who?
Michael
I
Jackson.
wanna rock with you.
Sunday is Michael Jackson's
29.
The 29th is his birthday.
Could it
Yeah.
be
And we just
I stayed
celebrated
away too
Kobe's
long?
birthday as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Shout
that's
out to
today.
R.P. Kobe.
Was it today or yesterday?
No, it's today.
It's
It's
today?
today, the 23rd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
today.
Yeah, I want to, matter of fact, yeah, R.I.P. to Kobe, man. And while we talk about R.I.P.s, the city, any rappers in the local city area, Philadelphia, whatever, we lost a major icon in Philly hip hop this week. My main Dame Husky, an extraordinary producer. He's worked with the likes of, you name it, he's worked with it. Shout out to Miss Jade, that's his cousin. She was related to him. She's good folks. He's good folks. He's worked with Timbaland. He's worked with your Nicki Minaj's. He currently was working on something with Cardi B right now. I am familiar with that. Shout out to Scott too. Scott, keep your head up, bro. See you when you touch down in Philly for the funeral. But shout out my condolences to Dame Husky's family today, and condolences to all his loved ones, his children, his wife, and his family has a really a bad situation due to the nature of his death. Dame Husky was actually murdered by his brother-in-law.
Wow.
and you know, really good guy, man. A really funny comedian type dude. I don't even know why anybody would hurt him or why he would hurt anybody. I wasn't familiar with the brother-in-law, and I understand that the brother-in-law wasn't the type of person to hurt anybody. Just be mindful of your emotions. I think that everybody needs some type of emotional release, and in addition, you know, you got to be mindful of your emotional intelligence.
Yes.
That's really a real big
discipline.
thing. Emotional intelligence is a big thing that I think that people should look out for. You know, definitely, because you got to keep your emotions intact, because one bad decision could ruin your life, and in this case, a bad decision has ruined two, and many more. It has really hurt a family 2 times. Shout out to Dane Husky, PIP brother. You will be forever missed. You were very, very, very funny and very, very talented producer, hip hop and R&B. You know.
So you would say he had
blessings and
oh, I'm
comfort to the
sorry.
family.
We all
Yeah.
kind of
This
jumped
may
in at
be
the
a
same
really
time.
morbid thought, but that was actually really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was
The
really
tribute, yeah, was
the
beautiful.
It's a
tribute
great
was very
tribute,
beautiful.
absolutely.
And this is a very morbid thought, but I wonder how I will be spoken about when my physical form is no longer in use in this 3-dimensional world. And it's like,
That nigga still owe
I'm
me
sure you would
$20.
tell us. I'm sure knowing you, Black, you would probably tell us what to say.
Right.
He probably put it in his will like this is the exact words that I
Hey, did
want
y'all-
to be said.
Did anybody?
are you saying I'm controlling? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what it sounds like you're saying.
Speaking of that, did anybody catch it on Instagram where the man did not want anybody crying at his funeral and he left a tape? And he was like, "Hey, I'm in this fucking box. I'm in this fucking." This shit was funny. Everybody was at the funeral laughing. And it
That's
sounded like
dope.
he was knocking on the fake.
Oh my goodness! I had a
Somebody
toy
let me
like
out this
that
fucking
before.
box.
Yo,
I had a toy like that before.
Yo,
It was
that
like
is
a person in
fucking
the box was
dope.
like, "Hey, let me out," and it like was shaking everything.
Nah.
It's
No, I never heard of
crazy. It was crazy.
But it's the reason why that is funny because my father did that to me and told us he didn't want us crying at his funeral, and for me to try to honor him at the funeral, which was the dumbest thing I ever fucking did in my life. I tried not to cry.
I mean, you know, depending on your faith and you know how strong your imam is, you know, I'm a firm believer in that. I don't cry at the gravesite. I will do my grieving before we lay the body to rest, and I try to do all my grieving there. And one thing
I was a kid.
One thing I always do is that, you know, even as a kid, you know, I always was taught if you treat people great while you're here, when they leave,
There's no need to mourn.
there's no need to mourn. Actually, we should celebrate when people leave.
Yep.
We should cry when people are born into this
into
world.
the suffering and the
Yeah,
pain.
and-
Yeah, it's actually
and-
backwards.
And in addition, like
definitely
one
was,
thing,
'cause I was in so much pain.
one thing, when you lose a loved one, like I lost my grandmother, that was the worst thing. I think that was my first love. I think that was the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. But when she passed, for some reason, I don't feel like I lost anything. I really felt like I gained a lot because one thing that I did have is I had her while she was here.
Right.
And one thing I know for a certain fact, that's why I try to be as positive and as good of well, I ain't always positive, but I am a good person, and I try to be the best person that I could possibly be, and that's through the
I'm
stuff
not
that
going
she
to hold you. That's
instilled in
one
me.
thing you will never hear me say.
What?
You will never hear me say that I'm a good person. I just said it. But my
get what
thing
you're
is
saying.
like that's up to everybody else.
Right.
No. I'll say it. I'm a great person.
That's
You
cool.
out your mind if you think any
you
different.
can self-affirm though.
You
I'm
can.
not mad at that.
Yeah,
You can. You can.
And
I'm just not going to do that.
And I try to be as great of me and great to people and an asset to anyone and everyone that I'm around because I look at the assets that I've had.
But
Right.
the
come
point
to
that I
me.
was making though, Bay, was and this almost literally brought me to tears. And I think I had mentioned it before because I do a lot of fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? And I try to make sure that I do more good shit than my fucked up shit.
Because
so that it balances out, right?
Because you know on the day of judgment, you got to answer for that.
Right, and your heart should be light as a feather.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't go to the grave with a heavy heart.
At all.
So my thing has always
Is
been
the fucked up shit malicious?
it wasn't malicious, it was out of necessity.
Hold on. So
so that don't mean it was necessarily fucked
Yeah,
up,
if it's
bro.
out of necessity, yeah.
Huh?
If it's out of
when
necessity,
you
it
say
doesn't
not a
mean
good person, you know, my moniker always is I'm blessed by the best and won't settle for less.
Right.
I say something similar.
You feel me? Meaning that anything that comes along, I'm going to be extremely judgmental because I only want the best of it.
Right.
And I value myself at such of a high level.
Right.
I only demand the best for me.
Right.
So I'm going to give the best of me to everything. That's why I don't give me to everybody.
Body. Right.
You heard?
So you were going somewhere as far as being a good person.
Right. So
And you asked if what I did was malicious.
So what you was doing, if it wasn't malicious or with malice, then you weren't doing it. It wasn't fucked up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Selling the
Yeah, but when you think about it afterwards, like, damn, I did
But
that.
hindsight-
And like me beating up this guy because I didn't want to put my hands on my fucking baby mom. Right?
So
It
let me
was.
know
I
what
didn't
you
mean
did-
to do that.
What
to
you
him.
did, what you did was chose the lesser evil.
And
What
said
you did
didn't
was
mean
chose
to
the
do it.
lesser evil.
No,
We're
I
not
didn't mean-
condoning
I didn't
violence
want to do
in
that to
any
him.
manner
kick
here,
your
but
ass.
Your
but I
heart was
did.
that. Like I always say, I've done a lot of
And I'm not
bad
going to tell you why it was
things.
even worse.
I've done
No.
a lot of bad things to bad people because they have done bad things to me.
Right.
But I've always had a good heart. So
Mm-hmm.
my judgment, my discipline
Right.
was for the intention of good.
Right.
and how
Never for
people
the
view you
intention
is
of
purely
that.
subjective.
Subjective. Right.
But I don't
He
know.
didn't deserve
but
that.
like what you were saying, even in like the real world of things, though, because sometimes people do things out of necessity. Like, say you got to steal from somebody or rob somebody, you might be trying to make sure
Every
you
religion
put
in the
food
world
on
want
your
the
kid's
war
table.
and kill.
But the person that's getting robbed, the victim in that circumstance, is going to view you with such compassion in that moment, unless they know the
They
circumstance.
will not. You saying they won't view you with that type of compassion?
No.
No, they're not supposed to.
No, they're not supposed to.
However,
So what if you put the gun in their face and explain it to them?
Like,
it tends to work.
Listen,
I don't want to do this to you.
my
but
kids
I'm
got to
hungry.
eat tonight,
Right.
and you got that fucking money.
But this goes back to what he was saying.
And what you do
Right.
when you're doing something out of necessity. See, if I'm going to rob out of necessity, I'm going to put on my hood and I'm going to get somebody that got abundance.
We do not condone
So I ain't.
Union
Robbing
Society
people
does not
anyway.
condone robbing people because they
do
have
not
more than
condone violence in any way.
can have a show called "How to Get Away with Murder." On.
Right. Say it
Talking
again.
about the
Say it again.
techniques of hood
Of a
ology.
jammy.
But you know what I was going to
Getting
say
the
after
boom.
that touching thing that you said about Dame Husky is that you would agree that he had major influence on hip hop, right?
Yeah, I would agree that he had major influence on hip hop in Philadelphia. He was definitely a star in his own rank. When I say that he was a major influence, like he would inspire a lot of young producers and stuff to, I don't know what he did with the youngsters, but I know just looking at him, if I was a producer, I would definitely be like, I gotta get some placements like Dame Husky. Him being a hometown hero, so to say, I don't really want to call a man a hero, but him being a hometown boy, I think we should always give people their flowers while they're here.
For sure.
And unfortunately,
Instead of talking shit about they slacks.
me and Dan,
They're clean and pressed and creased.
they got
No.
to see them shoes.
But who else do y'all think has a major impact on hip hop?
in Philadelphia.
Just in
hip-hop.
general.
In general,
now,
I'm talking
I'm-
about because we were talking about this last week as far as the impact of artists and what artists had the greatest impact.
I'm gonna say the greatest group of all times.
Now
to
we're
have
talking
the
hip
biggest.
hop or hip hop culture.
Well, we're going
I
to talk
mean-
about
It's the
hip hop
same
culture.
So, I mean,
hip
you're
hop is
saying
the
in
culture,
rap
not the
industry,
rap.
music
yeah,
industry.
I'm going to
Yeah,
say that
'cause-
Run
'cause-
DMC has to have had the biggest impact on hip hop culture,
Okay.
and then I'm going to second it with Public.
No, you only
Enemy.
get one. You only get one.
I'll get three.
No. You only
I'm
get
a second.
one.
Yeah, Dan, what was the
Too
last
many of
one?
us.
You have to speak of it, which is a
Generational.
yeah. Like
times.
we don't speak of things in hip hop or black culture period generationally,
Right.
which all other genres do. They address it generationally. So if we have eras
Right.
to the game, so like he said, when it came to the birth of commercialization of hip hop,
I gotta give
Run
it to
DMC
Run
had
DMC.
Run DMC had the greatest impact because we went from
Yeah, they did the
buying-
first crossover record with Aerosmith.
Well,
But even
they
before
weren't the
that.
first crossover record because we had crossover records before that.
No, I'm
Fab
talking
Five
about
Freddy
with
and
hip-hop.
Blondie. Yeah, Fab Five Freddy and Blondie.
Right.
Like
Who?
that.
I've heard that song too,
Yeah, I did
but
too.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't like it,
but
Your girl
but Rock
Angie
This
B,
Way was
your
bigger,
girl
a
Angie
bigger
Stone,
song.
Yeah.
which is
Though.
Angie B. Well, no, Rock This Way was a bigger song. Like I said, the commercialization of hip hop. Run DMC has that impact on the game, which changed the game. They created
All right,
not
so
just
Run DMC was for the
in
generation
that
of the
first-
80s, they had the biggest impact. So
And-
what you want to say is that, all right, so for that
they
era
they were
or generation,
the pioneers, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. You know, they were the first great impact we had in the game.
yeah, for sure.
The solo act of Curtis Blow was
Right.
the next commercial impact we had in the
You
game.
don't think LL was?
No, hold on. I'm giving
No,
you the
LL came
chronological
later.
history
Chronological.
Came
real
later.
quick.
Okay.
How it went in the direct.
Curtis Blow after Run DMC?
No, listen carefully, bro. First, we had the introduction of what was hip hop, which was Africa Bambaataa,
no,
and
yeah.
that was
Cool
a mix.
Herc.
It was a fusion. You feel me? Cool Herc was the street. That was the hood. That was a representative. The fusion of the sound. The person that got the first, like we would call rap industry access, was Africa Bambaataa and Soul Sonic Force. So we got to hear it. Right, we got to
Sonic.
hear it a different channel because they had Tommy Boy Records, which
If
was
you don't
people
know
out
the
in
song.
Queens, and they gave us some access because hip hop wasn't allowed on the record.
Because
on the
if we gonna go with biggest crossover record, the
So-
only person that you could get that to biggest crossover record,
Who?
and y'all gonna argue me down, and I don't even care.
Jay-Z.
But it definitely has to be Will Smith.
Nah, no,
He was the first one to win a Grammy. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. But see, he was
the first one to win a
hold on,
Grammy.
watch this,
We
watch
done.
this,
We
watch
done.
this.
We done.
know
We
what
done.
I'm saying?
Watch this, watch
We the
this, watch
first
this.
But a lot of
We're
people
not-
aren't
we're
going
not
to claim
speaking-
Will Smith
right,
as
right,
the
we're not speaking-
cultural impact.
I'm going to show you.
They-
I'm gonna
they
show you.
Commercial, perhaps,
No,
but not
no,
cultural.
Let me show you. See, when you speak,
I said crossover
No,
record.
wait, right,
I
when
actually
you-
got
when
off
you
Commercial.
speak
I got
Grammys,
off of that.
Grammys were 10 years later after the acceptance of the game.
Right.
We had already had multi-gold and then platinum selling artists, which was the largest success you can
No. Please don't get me wrong. When I said the biggest, I said if we're going to talk crossover records,
Right,
that
right.
I would give it to Will Smith.
Well,
Now
Easily.
the biggest
Will
impact
Smith- Will
has to be
Smith-
Run
Will
DMC.
Smith Will Smith had a Grammy year, but when we talk crossover, bro, Walk This Way,
Yeah.
Run DMC and Aerosmith.
That was a big record,
listen,
yo.
Will Smith in his musical career has never been anywhere near their platform of success.
Who, Aerosmith?
No.
Bro, Aerosmith or Run DMC. Listen carefully what I'm saying.
I would disagree with
yeah,
that.
Well,
you tripping.
I
well,
definitely
look at the
can't agree with that.
catalogs. Look at the catalogs and look at the comparison of the activity of era, which
See,
is what I was
it's
getting.
the era
Getting
that he
jiggy
come
with
from.
it.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
He
It's
had
the-
that.
It's the era. It's the
Summertime?
era that he. It's the era
He
that
had
he's from.
that.
You gotta
Hold
understand
on,
what
bro.
it meant to him.
I'ma show
like
not
to
what it
me,
meant to me.
like
Not
Run
what it meant to
DMC
me.
didn't mean as much to me as Naughty by Nature did.
No,
Right.
but they should
Okay.
in the history of hip hop.
They-
James Brown should have the same value to you as Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, see, here's this.
To be
No.
To
I
be
think
told
James
you
Brown should be.
should
I think Michael
have
Jackson.
Well,
Yeah,
if
James
that's
Brown
the case,
should
then
be-
LeBron James should have the same impact on you. You always hating on LeBron James more than Skip Bayless.
You never heard me. You never heard me. He's never
No,
heard
he's a
me.
LeBron hater.
He's never.
He called LeBron LeBum.
Wait till you see yourself on camera after that.
Who John?
Watch this. My
He
comparison
couldn't wait.
to LeBron James was the unclaimed fame that he's received in comparison to the activity of Michael Jordan's career. So whenever we spoke in that magnitude,
First of all, LeBron ain't better than Kobe.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Which is what I told him as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Which
But
is
you ain't told me that I said that.
Cut it out.
I said that.
I have debated you in the house.
No, I just told you to stop hating on LeBron and stop calling
Are
him
you a
LeBron.
LeBron fan?
I am a LeBron fan, but I
Why?
likewise am a Kobe fan, and in the
why
pantheon
are
of
you a
basketball,
LeBron fan? What
because
has he
I
done?
like everything that he's done outside of the game, in
Okay,
addition
now-
to what
okay.
he's meant to the game.
Now watch this. Why would I call him a bum?
Because you
of
listen to
what he
Skip
does win.
Bayless.
Because of what he did. Because he does
In his
where?
sport, in his sport.
Because what he does in the game.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on, Q. You just said what you said.
You know,
Let me say what I said.
I hate that people
Especially to
compare
my
them
argument.
because
my
this is the
argument
thing.
sound and
The
it's popular.
NBA
As
ain't
a
the
matter of
same
fact,
NBA
he
that
knows-
Michael Jordan played.
Hold on.
It ain't the same NBA
Hold
that Kobe
on.
It ain't.
played.
But if you-
No.
What?
It's
If you
all for
put
baby
LeBron
shit.
if you put LeBron in the 70s, who's killing?
Hold on.
Not LeBron.
What?
LeBron's not killing
He's
in the
soft.
70s
Hell no.
with his
Soft,
body.
dude.
With his
He's
body.
soft,
Come
dude.
on.
He's
That's
soft,
like
dude.
silly.
They was
First
busy
of all,
fucking
he
each other in the
couldn't
fucking
get
shit,
it in
Yo,
the
look
early
at
90s.
you
He couldn't
talking
get it.
business. We talking
With
business.
shorts on.
Business.
We're talking
shorts
game.
on.
Don't you
With the
think
shorts cut off the
Hey,
circulation.
Don't you
Hey.
think LeBron?
That's why they was
Don't
so
you think
aggressive.
LeBron would have been able to adapt to the aggressiveness of that era?
No.
He's
He's
too
too soft.
And that's why I told you before.
on.
That's
My
why I
balls
told you
can't
before.
breathe. My balls can't
Hold on, that's why I told you before.
I don't wanna hear all that, dog.
That Anthony
I don't wanna
Mason was
hear
shutting
that.
down and having sitting
What you
down
say,
crying.
Shaya?
You know why? Because
Say
the
it one more
physicality
time.
of the game then, according to the rules, is
She said
different.
somebody bone peddling.
LeBron is not LeBron James, a great player.
Ball peddling in here.
Because
Who ball peddling in here?
Well, he's just as strong as
Did you
them.
hear what I just said?
Did
He's
you hear
not
what I
the great
said? He's
player
just
that
as
he is
strong.
because of his skill set, but more so because of his athleticism.
I think he's
one of the
a
greatest
good.
athletes
I
we've
think
ever
he's a great
seen
player, and
in the
I only
NBA.
think that he's renowned as a great
Yo,
player.
as soon
because
as
he
you
has a
bring up the name
publicist.
LeBron
Oh,
I think
in
his
any
publicist
in a
is the
room
best
full of men,
publicist.
this is
I
what's
And I
going to
think his
happen.
publicist is the best publicist.
got
in
a
the
I
big
agree
one.
with that
I got a
too.
big
because
one.
he's not the
He-
best
But I do
player.
think Kobe was better.
Westbrook all around is a better player
Jordan
than
and Marcus.
Westbrook.
He took a generation, the next generation that Nike garnered from Jordan. He took over that mantle. That's why we look at LeBron James.
Right.
Let's look at Steph Curry's career versus LeBron James'
How we
career.
start talking about baseball?
5 NBA what?
Championship.
How many rings? 3. LeBron 10. How many rings? See, it's real different. One has a ratio of a loser, 6 out of 4, 4 out of 6. The other one is 3 out of 2 for 5.
Steph
So
definitely.
he's
Steph
a better
definitely had
winner. He's
KD
a better-
though.
hold
Steph
on.
had KD
Well, let's talk
for
about
2
KD.
of them though.
Who's a better player
Oh my
versus
God.
better
This
athlete?
whole conversation.
KD's a better
KD's a
player.
better
This is
player.
never ending story
KD's a
right
better
now.
player.
All right, so you know
LeBron's
what?
a
You
better
know what?
athlete.
We're going to talk about Boosie Badass real quick.
He still got him
wait,
above
wait,
though.
Y'all gonna take this conversation.
Still got
Y'all
him
can take this
above.
conversation.
Wait. Because we was talking about who had
Bigger
the
impact.
biggest
Let's
impact
vote
on
that
hip hop.
right now.
And I think
I
once
think
again we
Run
got
DMC.
sidetracked.
Let's say which era. Let's say in the last
And the
25
thing is
years.
that
Say for you.
No, well, for me,
because people can look at us and tell. Well, not me because I'm not on camera, but people can look at you and tell what era you from, and they'll be able to determine.
the person that's had the biggest impact on hip hop universally in the history of the game is Jay-Z. What? Challenge.
LL.
Challenge.
No.
He's the GOAT.
No.
He's not worth
I
$2
would call him
billion.
a plastic bottle in the ocean
What
of hip
label
hop.
has LL ever owned?
He's the GOAT. What?
What label has LL ever owned? What film company has LL ever owned? What stadium has LL ever owned?
He's a great businessman.
Yeah,
We
Jay-Z
said,
is a good
hold on, listen
businessman.
carefully.
But
We said
impact on
hip-hop.
hip-hop.
The impact on hip hop.
That's good.
On
Has
hip-hop.
Jay-Z ever had a failed album?
Yes.
Yes.
Name one.
Reasonable doubt.
How many copies of Reasonable Doubt sell?
How long it take? 20 years?
I don't care how many years it sell, how many copies
took
did it sell.
20 years.
Does he have a failure in his catalog?
Yes.
Name
Volume
one, bro.
2.
Name one. Cut it out.
Well,
Cut
no,
it
you
out.
mean volume 1.
Hold
Volume
on. I challenge that. Look
He
it
still
up.
sold a lot of
Look
copies
it up.
of volume
Look it up. Let's
1,
not
though.
lie. Look it up.
I'm not
Look
gonna
it
lie.
up. Hey, let's not lie.
I think I have no skin in this game.
Volume 1 was platinum. I just didn't like
I-
it.
Name
I
a
think-
failed project.
Yeah, I think I have no skin
Name
in
a
this
failed
game because I like all of these.
Gangster.
I like
Name
all
a
of these
failed
artists,
project.
but my favorite artist is
LL
Busta
is an
Rhymes.
artist of who?
Busta
Busta.
Rhymes.
And he's won every summer.
Watch
Busta has
this.
been consistent
Watch
every
this.
summer.
Do you know that
I
LL
love
worked for
Busta.
Jay-Z for 3 years?
Yeah, I know that.
No,
he worked
Hey,
under
no, he
Jay-Z.
worked.
Jay-Z-
He worked
Jay-Z
for.
is the
He
president.
worked
He's
for.
before me.
He
Who?
worked for Jay-Z.
Who worked
We
for
just had this
Jay-Z?
discussion about the
Yeah, that's a different.
He worked for. He worked for.
Uh oh, a fight about to start.
Right.
That's,
We had
he
this
makes a
discussion
valid
before.
point.
I agree with Bay on that one.
I agree with Bay on that one too.
Well, hold on.
Amen, brother.
Hold
Amen.
on. The president is what of a company?
I was like, what I was going to say?
The president is what of a company? Hold on. The president is a what?
An
of a
executive
company?
employee.
No, he's not a executive.
We back at this
He's the executive.
conversation
He's
again?
not the owner.
But he's still an
Hold on, bro.
employee.
Hold
Didn't
on.
we
There's
already
a reason
come
why
to
we have
come
that
to a
title.
conclusion
Because
to this
president and
before?
CEO.
No.
It's
No,
chief
we never
executive
did.
Officer of the officers.
Y'all
So
get your
stop
popcorn
playing
ready. He's gonna be here for a
semantics.
while.
Not the
Like
owner.
we stupid.
That's not semantics.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, bro. Hold on,
I
bro.
stand firm
That
that I love
means
Busta
in
Rhymes.
charge.
Busta, if you watching
Now,
this, I
hold on.
love you,
You
Busta.
employees that are signing
You
my
are
money.
oversee the
you are the
money.
best
You
to
know, you
me.
employees that
Okay,
are
You
signing-
oversee the money.
Y'all don't
Yeah.
know business.
you're the best to me, Busta.
When you're assigned, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Y'all
Is
call him.
LL is LL the president of Def Jam or an artist of Def Jam?
He's an artist.
Now, when you're the president of Def Jam, you hold precedence of authority over who?
The artist.
And the rest of the what?
The staff.
Company, rest of the company. So let's stop acting foolish as if the president
that's fine.
isn't in authority over the employees.
But there's still
So
checks and
LL,
balances with the
employee,
Congress.
Was
No,
working
that
for
is
the
exactly-
president.
But the
which is
president
who?
can't just
Cut
do
it out.
anything
And
that
the
they want to
President
do.
is the authority
A boss.
over the
Did he not?
employees,
He did.
walked
but
in
he
the
is
game
not
of
the
boss.
owner.
First an
Boy, I'm
independent,
glad we
first
got
He's
he
not.
was an independent artist.
Because the
Then he
president
became
can't-
the what?
can't-
A distributorship
President can't
deal
make any
with
moves
Def Jam
without-
and Columbia, Sony Records.
If we talk about the
and
president of the
now
United
he
States, he can't make any
everything.
moves without
As well
the
as
Congress.
was the experienced 3-year president
There's always
of
checks and
Def Jam
balances.
Records. So let's not
I-
act
I
like
do-
we don't
The president
I
can't
do-
just do
I-
whatever
I
he
do
wants
have to
because if
say-
that was the
I do
case,
have
we
to
could
say
have all
that, but
been
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
really screwed right now.
Compare
Oh, I'm
somebody
sorry.
else.
I'm just saying stuff on the side. Don't mind me. I'm just your
I do
conscience.
have-
I'm not mad at
I do have to say,
I'm not mad at Ja.
Because every category
in
of hip-hop-
defense of what he's saying, I do find it remarkable that he was able to produce a Kanye West after himself.
Woo.
I do think that's pretty cool.
Because you see, you tell the best of a master when what his students achieve.
I got a real question
See?
for you.
Hold on.
I got a real question for you.
Ho.
I got a real
Now
question.
I
Is
gotta
it the only
get
thing better
mad.
than
Now I
that?
gotta get mad. I never wanted to
Is
get
it
mad
the
about
students?
this
Not just
comment.
I just have one
Kanye,
more
But-
question.
but he
Go
made
ahead,
two
go ahead.
Raj has a
in the
question.
game of
What's your
hip-hop.
question, Raj?
Rihanna
Applejack's
and
or Cheerios?
Kanye.
Which one?
Not to mention the
This is
the
Cheerios.
Applejack's and
Cheerios.
Cheerios. This is the twist.
What?
Well, my thing about
Cheerios?
Jay-Z is that I hate that people put him on a high pedestal
Why?
because of the simple
Is
fact
it Honey
that
Nut
I'm not
Cheerios?
finished. I'm explaining
Hey,
why.
hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Because, like, okay, yeah, he's a great businessman, but you know what? Also, he is. He's a good snake. He's a good snake, and I said it.
You?
Anyway,
See?
so
See? Only testify what you know because what you know
I
is
am.
your
He
responsibility.
is just not going to expound on it.
Well, you can't say it. You
Okay.
can't
I
say
can
man
say it.
did
I can look at how he
speak
did
ill of
Leon
the-
Biggs.
you can't
He,
speak
do,
ill
you,
of the
do you
man
know why the
that-
Rock broke up?
He hasn't illed you. If he hasn't illed you, you can't
I just
speak ill of his
told you.
name.
I've
That's
been
his
said that he
manhood
did that.
101.
I've been said that he did that. He
That's
did
my
a whole
point.
verse.
So
I
other
will
people
never rap
tell
around him
lies.
again.
Let them sit here and testify to Jay-Z.
He
that-
did.
He
say
just
he
said
did a
that.
whole verse.
He did a whole verse.
You heard what I just said? Let them sit here and testify.
No, he said his verse. It was his verse.
His verse, then why he ain't sue him? Testimony. We want receipts, papers.
First of
You
all,
can't
I was-
sue.
I was-
You can't sue
I was
over
16
intellectual
I was
property
six-
if
I
it's
was
not
16
copyrighted.
If it's not copyrighted, right? I was
That's my
16
point.
years old, and second of all, I was 16 years
that don't
old.
mean it didn't happen.
Another
Right.
thing.
Does
Another
it mean
thing.
that was a great business move?
No, it does not.
In
not
business,
not
if you-
not in the culture
Hold on.
of hip hop.
Hold on.
You
Hold-
love hip hop
hold
so
on.
much you
Yeah.
hate
Hold
rap.
on.
He's a
Hold
rapper,
on. Hold
and
on.
he's a freaking rapper.
Well, show me the verse that
rapper.
you spoke on video before he recorded it. See, everything has a time of evidence, and let's see
I
the
definitely
timeline
got
of
the-
evidence.
I thought a true hip
But I
hop
mean,
artist.
but
Pick another artist, though.
Can I-
But he- I'm not the only one that he
scenario
stole
he's
from.
describing, though, if you're in a cipher and somebody remembers what you said in the cipher
Yo,
and
he
it
has an
wasn't
impeccable
recorded at
memory.
the time, you're not going to be able to pull the receipts or have
He
evidence.
has an
of it.
impeccable.
Hold
He
on,
has an
hold on,
impeccable
hold on.
memory.
That had
In the
definitely
same-
happened.
In the same sentence.
But I'm
There-
not even.
there's
I'm
a
not
half
even
a
mad
million
about
people
me.
running around
I'm not even
saying
mad
the
about-
same exact thing.
because they're not lying.
No, they're saying the same exact thing.
They're not lying.
Well, why haven't,
He's a
why
good.
haven't a half a million people, one person produce
Don't
any
get me.
evidence?
Don't get me wrong, bro. I mean, we got plenty
deal
of the
with
evidence.
truth.
The whole
I deal with
Biggie.
truth.
The whole. He done took all Biggie life after death. He took the whole
He's
record.
never been sued by the Biggie Smalls estate. Ever.
Well, I thought that a
Ever.
true hip hop artist
Would never
comes
do
up
that.
with
You know Puff
everything
wouldn't
on their
allow that.
own.
Not everything.
Not
No,
everything.
Puff got a hand.
No,
in
I
it.
mean, you could be
cut it out,
influenced,
bro.
but when
He
it
got a
comes
hand
to the
in Jay-Z.
pen,
He's the
Everybody-
manager.
Miss Wallace has
Nobody
rights
comes
for
up with
most,
anything on their own.
but what I'm
publicist
saying
rights.
is
Everybody
that
has
when it
ideas.
comes
Now
to
she has them. Now she has them. She
Nobody-
didn't have them in the
nobody-
beginning.
No man is an island.
Bro, you gotta give credit to what.
But
credit-
biting off
I'm
somebody's
not
whole
giving that
entire
no credit. I'm not
verse,
giving
that's
Biden
different.
no
When it's
credit.
right,
I'm from
hear me?
hip hop.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Hey,
you know, we
you gotta
sample
give credit
records in
where
hip
credit
hop.
is
Is
due.
that
Hey,
right?
one mic, y'all. One mic.
No.
One mic.
No.
One mic.
All right, first of all, like I just
need
like
is
I
one
don't. Jay-Z, I'm gonna just say this: Jay-Z is an impeccable businessman, but Jay-Z is not the epitome of hip hop. Actually, he's horrible. Actually, he's a horrible representation of it.
Right, that's a wrongful opinion, but you have it.
No, it's not. It's not a wrongful
It's very
opinion.
wrongful.
Well, it's
I want to
an
know. I want to know
opinion.
how
It's
much he
an
paid
opinion.
you.
An
because-
opinion.
But you're entitled
Why do you
to
hold
it.
on? I need
It's a
to know
wrongful
now.
opinion, but
Why
you're
is he
entitled
not
to it.
the? Why is he a wrong image for hip hop?
Well, first and foremost, he does not truly represent what hip hop is. He represents what a selfish, narcissistic person is, and that's real
Not
tough.
Personally, let's talk about his
What has he
game.
done? What has he done? What is he? Let me explain something to you. I just watched what he did to
Columbine,
Philadelphia.
I was the first in line.
I don't want to hear that. Listen,
Like, bro, there's nothing he hasn't done.
Yo,
Hold on, let Dave finish
one,
his thought.
one thing I want to say is that I just look at what he did to
Humanitarian.
Freeway. What he did with the Freeway was horrible. He hurt Rockefeller Records just to put himself on top. But when he first signed Freeway was on fire. Now I'm not a Philadelphia Freeway fan. That's my friend.
I think
But
you're
I'm not.
biased because
I'm
you're
not.
a Philadelphian.
I'm-
That's what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
Beans just said on Drink Champs that he did not.
Beans is
understand
different.
What Jay was doing.
What Jay was doing.
Yeah.
He applauded and love him for it now. See, we can't keep.
Yeah,
taking
he gonna
these-
say
we
that
can't
because
keep
he
taking these
yeah,
rumors.
Yeah, he
and-
gonna
and
say
making
that.
them live
Hold on,
by
man. I was
misunderstanding what
there
said.
doing that whole shit.
Well,
First
like
of
I
all,
said,
yes,
that's what we gotta quote.
Yes, he's going to say that because he need a check. He gonna say whatever the heck he need
Hey,
to say
he said
because
he-
he need a check.
Yes, let me
he didn't
tell
need a
you,
check. He
Tasha Smith
started
said some
saying
things
he
about
check.
Tyler Perry. She ain't working with him no more. So
Who said that?
let me tell you, some people just don't know how to. They gotta, for PR purposes, and they
let me-
get that check. They gotta say what they
let
need
me
to say,
explain.
or
We gotta
don't
tell
say
the truth.
Let me
anything.
explain.
We gotta tell the truth.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you
Let's
come
tell the
to a
truth
point
on
in your
how.
life when you
Let's
get
how.
old
Let's
enough
tell
to
the truth
understand
how.
your mistakes from your
No,
ignorant
let's tell
your
the truth
foolish
on
youth,
how
then
what
you
he
tell
did to
the truth.
Inga. Let's tell the truth of what he did to Inga. At the time when Ain't No Nigga came out, Foxy Brown was a way bigger star than Jay-Z.
Not when he was
Way
writing for her.
bigger.
What are you talking about? Jay-Z been a star since '88. Hawaiian Sophie. Let me educate
He wasn't
you,
no
brother.
fucking star.
Independently sold gold in 1988. You know how much money
he
that is?
wasn't no star.
You know how
Yeah,
much money-
$100,000.
He was a star. That's not $100,000.
No,
You sell
that's the
independent
bonus.
gold at $10 a copy. 1988.
That's
Yeah,
$5.
that's
Million.
5 mil,
Million.
bro.
5 mil.
Half a mil, bro. Come on, cut it out. He told you in the
500,000.
song he's been spending money since what? 88. Cut it
First
out,
of
bro.
all,
Cut
that
it
was
out.
Jazz
Cut
record.
it out. Cut it
That
out.
wasn't
It
his
jazz,
record.
Nothing. Ain't nobody better than him with a stronger impact on the culture of hip hop. Period. And he's produced
Wipe
better
the-
than anyone else. Who's
wipe the
produced.
sweat off,
Kanye
bro.
and Rihanna. I'm
Doing a
just
lot of
straight
pedaling.
facts. I'm straight facts. So get somebody else next.
Lil Wayne.
He did have a big impact on hip hop. He had a big
I
impact.
still maintain my position
No.
with Busta Rhymes.
Hold on. We're going to wrap this.
We gonna wrap this
up. We're going to wrap this up
Y'all can
because
come back
we
there
can do
Thursday.
this. We can do this all night.
And up
Not
until
in business.
Thursday.
Not in business. In music.
But
He's
we're
got
gonna
more hits
retouch.
faster
As
than
a
the Beatles,
matter
dog.
of fact, hey Ja, you have to tap in with Q and Rise on Thursday.
Y'all say 2 hours of time for that.
You have to tap in.
I'm coming too.
We all gonna be on that. We all gonna be on the.
recap this.
We recapping this.
See, y'all
It's
heard-
not over.
We might have to come back here on Thursday. Just do Thursday.
It's not
you know what I'm
over.
saying?
Listen, this has been one of the most heated Union Society shows.
That's
Ever.
got them slacks
Ever.
on.
My balls can't breathe.
I want to ask what are those?
Wow.
What are those? Don't take
That's what they are.
the 2090s. Oh, they 90s. All right, and don't be talking about nobody balls, you cyclist. You a whole cyclist over here. You need to wear reflective clothing all the time.
Shut up. Yes. You know what?
Talking about my balls. All right, listen, we are out of here. Thank y'all for joining us this Monday, and
we'll
make
see
sure
you
y'all
on
join us
Thursday.
next Monday.
And how
See y'all
about
Thursday.
And see y'all Thursday on the Afterthought.
Q motion.
Started up, new way of thinking for a generation. I started up straight from the bottom, going straight to the top. Went from the block, got in the building, brought it back to the block. Organizing all of my hustlers, no more running.